Today we're diving into some highly useful facts that should be universal knowledge. And trust me, these are very important. My friend told me about this baby boy about 9 months old who would not stop crying. He was fed everything and more. They cuddled him, played with him, anything to make him comfortable and go to sleep. But all aid was to no avail. Then someone suggested giving him some water. He finished an entire bottle and fell asleep. Since that day, he became an advocate for the go-to remedy for babies and young children. When all else failed to work, introduce water. It might be the magic solution. I was told not to mix bleach and ammonia. It makes deadly chlorine gas. Annie works in a cleaning and sanitization job, and they have ammonia-based cleaners and bleach products for cleaning. The number of times I've seen coworkers mixing them thinking they're making a stronger sanitizer is ridiculous, Annie told me, and no matter how she cautioned them not to continue because they say it makes a better product. In my daily commute, I witness drivers in urban areas speeding and racing to get to their destination, but it will not save you any measurable amount of time. With traffic and signal lights, it is impossible to change your arrival time. The best thing to do is calculate your arrival time and start your trip like 30 minutes earlier if you can, and drive according to the speed limit. This will keep everyone and yourself safe on the road and get you to your desired destination with time to spare. My grandmother always said, a cat bite that pierces the skin is a serious event. And it's true, mainly because of the type of bacteria present. Such bites need prompt medical attention. And salt, believe it or not, will clean blood out of any fabric, even the whitest clothes or bed sheets. Just put a little heap of salt over the bloodied fabric. If the blood is dry, wet it with a few drops of cold water, then put the pile of salt on top. Leave it for an hour or so, wipe the bloody salt off, then wash with soap and cold water. Babies below 6 months shouldn't drink water. It can be fatal. To clarify, babies get all their hydration from breast milk or formula. Adding additional water can lead to water intoxication, as children under 6 months have underdeveloped kidneys. If something is on fire in your oven, do not try to take it out. Just leave it there until it runs out of oxygen. Now, clean the dryer vent and change your furnace filter regularly to minimize potential fire hazards. Rags soaked with paint thinner, varnish, oil-based paint, polyurethane, or other volatile oils can actually spontaneously combust without any outside ignition source. The oils slowly release heat as they oxidize and, for example, in a pile at the bottom of a garbage can, that heat can build enough to start smoldering and eventually ignite. Did you know that different antibiotics work on different bacteria? You can't take random antibiotics you've stocked up on at home and assume they will work for an infection. Doctors make an educated guess on what antibiotic to give for an infection. This is based on the probability of the infection being caused by a specific bacterium. This knowledge comes from research on what organisms most frequently cause certain infections in specific individuals. I'm always shocked that more people don't realize England and the UK are not the same thing or interchangeable. That's like thinking that California and the US are the same thing. If your house suddenly smells fishy and you're not cooking fish, well, it's a good idea to check your electrical outlets, particularly any multi-plug extension cables. Burnt-out sockets and plugs give off a fishy smell, so you might just save yourself from an electrical fire. If you own a garbage disposal, you have to actually run it at least a few times a week, or it will rust and stop working. It's really that simple to keep it in good shape. Yellow teeth do not have to be a sign of bad hygiene. Genes, as well as your diet, dark consumable items, excessive fluoride, and the quality of consumable items in your environment, and a lot more aspects can turn your teeth yellowish over time, but that doesn't mean you have bad hygiene. In the United States, going into a higher tax bracket never leaves you with less money. The first chunk of money you make is taxed at one tax bracket. The next chunk of money is taxed at the next. But you see, it doesn't cause the first chunk of money to be taxed at a higher rate. If you get water in your lungs for whatever reason, Seek medical advice as it can dissolve the surfactant on your alveoli and cause what's known as secondary drowning up to a day or so later. There is no minimum time or waiting period you need to pass to file a missing persons report. You know your person better than the police. Even if they tell you to wait, file one anyway. Do you know that Jesus Christ of Nazareth is the Son of the one true God of Israel? We are his creation. Check the facts for yourself. Finally, and importantly, getting periodontitis or gum disease can be a precursor to getting heart disease, which is still the leading cause of death in the United States. Do you have important knowledge that you wish more people were aware of? Please drop your wisdom in the comments below. Thanks.